Hi there football fans, welcome to Goalside. Before we start, don't forget to participate in our lottery for a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel, and write the hidden message you'll find later in the video in the comments. Good luck! It's been a long time coming. More than 30 years since Liverpool's last league title sounds almost unrealistic. Yet, here we are, looking back at 1990 as the last year when the famed Merseyside club won the English top division. And with all the recent events, it just looks like the Reds are cursed. Jurgen Klopp assembled a winning machine melting everything in front of them, which resulted in one of the best Premier League campaigns ever. 82 points after 29 games is an unprecedented feat, and just a single defeat that came recently to the hands of Watford speaks volumes about Liverpool's quality, talent, and organisation. However, all of it could be wasted. Coronavirus struck at the worst possible moment for Liverpool. They were just 2 wins away from mathematically securing the Premier League title ahead of Manchester City, who are 25 points behind the league leaders. As things stand, nobody even has a clue on how things in the world, let alone football, will proceed. Coronavirus has taken over everything, and with governments introducing more and more strict measures, it doesn't look like the Premier League could be back anytime soon. Klopp was asked about this issue, but the German delivered an inspirational response, putting public health above football. I don't think this is a moment where the thoughts of a football manager should be important, but I understand for our supporters they will want to hear from the team and I will front that. First and foremost, all of us have to do whatever we can to protect one another. In society, I mean. This should be the case all the time in life, but in this moment I think it matters more than ever. I've said before that football always seems the most important of least important things. Today, football and football matches really aren't important at all. Of course, we don't want to play in front of an empty stadium and we don't want games or competition suspended, but if doing so helps one individual stay healthy, just one, we do it, no questions asked. If it's a choice between football and the good of the wider society, it's no contest. Really, it isn't. Today's decision and announcement is being implemented with the motive of keeping people safe. Because of that, we support it completely. We have seen members of teams we compete against become ill. This virus has shown that being involved in football offers no immunity. To our rival clubs and individuals who are affected, and to those who later will become so, you're in our thoughts and prayers. None of us know in this moment what the final outcome will be, but as a team we have to have belief that the authorities make decisions based on sound judgment and morality. Yes, I am the manager of this team and club and therefore carry a leadership responsibility with regards to our future on the pitch. But I think in the present moment, with so many people around our city, the region, the country and the world, facing anxiety and uncertainty, it would be entirely wrong to speak about anything other than advising people to follow expert advice and look after themselves and each other. The message from the team to our supporters is only about your well-being. Put your health first. Don't take any risk. Think about the vulnerable in our society and act where possible with compassion for them. Please look after yourselves and look out for each other. After reading Klopp's letter, it's hard to talk about Liverpool's Premier League run, but the question still remains: how will history remember it? It is absolutely one of the most dominant domestic campaigns the English football has ever seen. However, the league may very well be cut short due to the lack of place in the calendar. Even though UEFA agreed to postpone the Euros to 2021 in order to create space for the domestic leagues to finish, there's another alarming issue approaching: the players' contracts. Almost all contracts in football are designed so that they expire on the 30th of June. In this case, it could cause massive disruption in the market because if the player has an expiring contract, he's free to leave. At this stage, it's looking very likely that the leagues will take place beyond June, resulting in yet unseen crises with players' contracts and competition integrity. In case the Premier League does go through, and the competition is shortened one way or another, it could very well mean that the numerous records Liverpool were about to break are going down the water. So the Reds won't be able to reach historic hallmarks in biggest points won, nor will they be able to win the league sooner than anyone did before. On the other hand, nobody can take this one away from them. Jurgen Klopp and his men thoroughly deserve the Premier League trophy for their impeccable performances, never letting their guard drop until the fateful Watford defeat, which was bound to happen sooner or later. Liverpool are also facing an additional problem for the next season. 2 of their best players, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, and an upcoming midfielder, Naby Keita, will all be travelling to the African Cup of Nations in January, meaning that they'll all be unavailable to play for Liverpool in their pursuit of some more silverware in that period. This will make it so much harder for Klopp to assemble the team to defend the league title that they'll probably earn by the time this season's finished. These players are extremely important for Klopp's system. The German demands of his attackers to press relentlessly throughout the whole match. meaning that they have to sometimes sacrifice their numbers for the good of the team. Not only that, but Salah and Mane are the team's top goal scorers in the Premier League this season, with 16 and 14 respectively. Just additionally highlighting their importance for the squad and Klopp's dependence on their contribution. Naby Keita just caught the rhythm with the rest of them, and Klopp definitely won't be happy to lose such an exciting creative spark that the former Leipzig man offered for the Reds. Roberto Firmino would be tasked with doing even more on the offense, even though he's already everywhere when it comes to facilitating and opening up spaces for his teammates, reading the play and pressuring the opposition. With Salah and Mane gone for a month next season, the already key fullbacks in Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold will have to step it up even more. Although they are crucial for offensive creativity, even with the attacking trio on the pitch. The worst case scenario, and in these circumstances a very unlikely one, would be that the Premier League season is completely scrapped from any results, and that things go back to ground one from the beginning of the next season. Obviously this probably shouldn't happen, but in case coronavirus spreads at this rate, then who knows. An additional issue for Liverpool could be the finances themselves. Even though all clubs will feel the economic consequences of these recent events, this is especially bad timing for Liverpool. The club was going through a huge rise in revenue, popularity and overall income, and the expected economic crisis to come in the following months could severely damage Liverpool's progression and their long-term plans. This would make signing new and extending existing contracts for players that much harder, as the club already lost a ton of money due to the coronavirus crisis. The virus crisis will put a shadow over what could have been a historic season for Liverpool without a shadow of a doubt. On the other hand, it will make it that much more memorable because the 2019-20 season will surely stand out as the season where wonders happened. And Liverpool winning after 30 years under all these circumstances is certainly something to speak about decades later. At the end of the day, whatever happens in the following months for Liverpool, one man will be there, and that's Jurgen Klopp. The brilliant mastermind extended with the Reds until 2024, meaning that he's serious about making history with his current club, and the fans are thrilled to have such a charismatic leader on the front. So all things considered, an answer to the question in the title is definitely not. Liverpool's league title will not be ruined no matter what happens until the end of the season and how the coronavirus situation goes on. The Reds deserved to win the Premier League perhaps more than anyone in recent history, and they showed a great mentality after bouncing back from a rough last season when they came up short by just a point against Guardiola's Manchester City. Making the step up was almost an impossible task, but Liverpool are now deservedly standing at the top of the mountain. It's true that history may not remember what an incredible season it was for the Reds due to the Champions League and domestic cups failure, but it takes nothing away from this brilliant squad of players who dominated the competition, and nothing can ruin their Premier League title this season. Not even a heavy virus making rounds around the world.